The Recovery of Ukraine plan should become a new plan for the 21st century and a challenge for future generations. The process can take decades, and the conference in Berlin was not just about restoring to the level before the war, but about full-fledged modernization, digitalization, contemporary solutions and European standards. The implementation of the plan is expected with the help of an inclusive instrument, the European Recovery Platform.
This conference is about developing the structures and the mechanisms that will help to facilitate and finance what John Maynard Keynes in 1944 called permanent reconstruction. So that's what is at stake here, nothing less than creating a new Marshall Plan for the 21st century, a generational task that must begin now. For me, the European Union's commitment to Ukraine as a future member is one of the most consequential geopolitical decisions of our times. Our global endeavor to both reconstruct Ukraine and pursue the EU accession process will yield enormous synergies. Not just Ukraine, but Europe as a whole will be the stronger for it.
During the conference, the leaders of the EU countries noted that at the initial stage, an anti-corruption, accountable and transparent recovery system will be developed. The platform, which will coordinate the recovery process at several levels and will become the central tool for distributing aid from all donors.
We are firmly convinced that with the massive investments that are necessary, it is in Ukraine's interest, and we also discuss this with each other at regular intervals, to also immediately link these investments with the necessary reforms. To link these reforms and investments with each other is the best way to pave the way to the European Union.
The rhetoric of the West is now changing. The leaders of the European Union have repeatedly stressed that they will stand with Ukraine side by side even after the war is over. Ukraine will never be alone. This is a historic moment. We will supply everything required for as long as it takes. When the war is over, we will continue to stand side by side with Ukraine. Helping Ukraine is a commitment that the EU has taken upon itself by granting the status of an EU candidate. It is very important that Ukraine also actively participates and takes great responsibility in this process of transformation. Through a common platform, it is necessary to coordinate the recovery process. It should become the central instrument for cooperation and coordination of international support. Olaf Scholz, Chancellor of Germany, on October 25th at a conference for rebuilding Ukraine in Berlin. The very next day, on October 26, the International Expert Conference on the Recovery, Reconstruction and Modernization of Ukraine was held in Berlin. The Open Society Foundation and the German Marshall Fund discussed the integration of Ukraine into the existing European structure.
We should not finance Ukraine, but invest in it. This will be the first reconstruction since the Second World War in an industrialized country with a normal government and a strong civil society. Katerina Martinova, European Commission Deputy Director General for the Neighborhood and Enlargement Negotiations.
The total amount of direct documented damage to residential and non-residential real estate and other infrastructure of Ukraine as a result of Russian aggression as of September 2022 has amounted to more than $127 billion. Such data are provided by the Kyiv School of Economics within the framework of the Russia Will Pay project. According to the World Bank, about $349 billion will be needed for recovery. Reported by Pavel Stelmach, Yulia Bil, UATV News.